Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about BNB. I haven't covered BNB for a while, but had a lot of requests, and also because I don't really cover Terra Luna anymore because it's pointless sort of from a TA point of view, because the project at the moment can be considered dead. If it makes a glorious recovery, I'm all up for it. Yeah, I'm all up for it, and then I will cover it again. But for now, the speculation that goes on there doesn't have anything to do with TA anymore. So yeah, I decided to look into BNB because it is a high market cap crypto. It is looking decent. It is not looking bad from a chart point of view. And I would like to give you my idea about price targets and the next moves of BNB. And I have also had a lot of requests. So what I like to do is just to give you an idea here of the overall wave count. So my view is that this here is again a wave 1. This here is a wave 2. The way it's coming down here, it's come down too much anyway to be anything different. Yeah, so A, B, C, pretty much the same wave count as most cryptos. And we are coming down here. We have already come down below the 61.8% Fibonacci level in this wave count, where I start with the wave 1 down here. We have not reached the 78.6% Fibonacci level. This is a level where I think I wouldn't be surprised if we reach it. It doesn't need to be reached. Yeah, this is the area where you can find currently most cryptos in, most altcoins. We don't need to get there because with this wave C down that we've had here on the 12th of May, we've already established a slightly lower low than the wave A here on the 23rd of May. From that point of view, A, B, C, the wave C has made a lower low, which is so important. However, it was only a very brief lower low, which is fine, but I personally wouldn't be surprised if we reach that yellow target area, also given my medium term or short term Elliott wave count, to which we get to in a minute. But from a high level point of view, this has become at here when we dropped below when we dropped below this $213 level, this has become this ABC overall from a higher level point of view, where then here, in this wave B, again, you have another ABC. So I don't need to go into too much detail. That's all past history anyway. What we had here were a wave ABC, and that means we're now coming down in a 5-wave move in a wave C. Now, where would we be in the 5-wave move? First of all, I did have an idea here before. I looked at it already a few days ago. This has been invalidated, and that gives me only limited options because I had a bit more of a bullish count here, but obviously I haven't done a video on it yet. So the way I see it currently is that this here on the way down is a very long wave 1, going up in a wave 2. This here would then have to be the wave 3. This would have to be a wave 4, and that means the wave 5 actually needs to be fairly short. Yeah, in order for not so that wave 3 is not the shortest wave, if that makes sense, because the wave 3, based on the Elliott wave rules, is not allowed to be the shortest wave. So consequently, because wave 1 is so long, wave 2 is here, wave 3 is then this one here, and the wave 5 obviously cannot be the shortest wave out of 1, 3, and 5. So in wave 5 needs to be shorter than wave 3. That is the thing, because wave 3 is not allowed to be the shortest wave. Now, that would also make sense from the higher level point of view, that we could end somewhere here in this area. Obviously, the wave 3 could also be a bit longer. So it's not confirmed that the wave 3 is over yet. Yeah, absolutely not. But the way this looks at the moment is that we come down once more. Invalidation point for this would be the low of the wave 1, which is here at around $320. We have come quite close with $315 already, but we haven't invalidated yet. So you could obviously argue that we could come up a little bit more before we do another move down. That is currently how I see it. Invalidation point, as I said, is $320. When we break above that, that could indicate that we already start to the upside earlier. But currently it's looking like to me that we get here another move down. And also from a high level point of view, the place where most cryptos landed here in that 88.7% to the 78.6%, that is where BNB hasn't landed, and it would just be in line with this 5-wave move down as well. And the way also how this move down was so impulsively, in my view, we could really come down once more. Overall, yeah, as I said, this is the area with the highest likelihood typically for those coins in a wave 2. This is here between 86 and 157 US dollars. It doesn't need to do it. Yeah, there is also to say that very clearly, because we have come to the low of the wave A already and made a very, very slightly lower low. But the probabilities would indicate that we make that one more dip here, that one more drop. And we can go to the 4-hour chart here to get a bit more clarity here, because you can see that actually, if we take a look here on the shorter time frame, you can see that we are still here in this sort of downtrend that would at the moment confirm my view that we are coming down once more lower, because we have not yet made a higher high, as you can see here. So we would need to move at least above that, yeah, as I said, $320 level. Would obviously be here the invalidation point. And here from that point of view, we would need to break above the previous swing high. So first of all, above $313 and then $330. Only above that, the downtrend would technically be over. Break above that level would unlock higher prices. Where could we get to? In my view, then, in the first instance, to 357 US dollars, which is obviously an area here where we had massive support before. So that is highly relevant, that area. Let's take a look at the EMA ribbon. What else do we have here? EMA ribbon, let's take a look at that. Where are we in terms of that? So EMA ribbon currently providing resistance here on the way down. This is on the 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at what is the 8-hour doing. So we are below the EMA ribbon, I guess, on all time frames. Even here on the 1-hour, we've dropped below it again and had a short signal. So also this is pushing us further down. Do we see any divergences on the indicators? Let's take a look here on the daily. We can see, yeah, we had a slight bullish divergence here. Nothing too significant, but at least we're getting out of the oversold range. So the buyers are getting a little bit more momentum, but overall it is still too weak. You know, the upside that we have here, it is still too weak. And for now, my primary expectation would be that we drop once more lower. There is an alternative wave count that I have as well, basically in a WXY pattern here that I'm not going to go into now, which would, however, be a little bit more bearish even. So this is currently how I see it. And also the way the price came down here was so strong that at the moment I would not see this as complete, at least not at the moment, yeah. And even if it is, and should we have the low in here at the moment, and should that 5-wave move pattern to the downside be invalidated, what would we get? We would get, first of all, a 5-wave move up anyway, an impulsive move up. Yeah, when I see this in the chart, I will of course make you aware. We would then get an ABC wave down, ABC, and this would usually come down very close to the low anyway. And from here, we could then start to the upside, and that would be another entry point. Yeah, so usually, as I always say, there is usually no reason to FOMO in, because usually in a wave, after a wave 1, you get a wave 2, and that comes down quite a lot. And that is exactly the example that we have here on the chart, because this can all be counted as a larger wave 1. This is a wave 2, and you can see that the plan is that we come down here quite significantly, even once more lower. Again, we don't have to, so I wouldn't have an issue from a chart point of view if we start to the upside from here to new all-time highs. But the ideal level is just down there. But obviously that would mean another 50% drop. How realistic is that? I think it could happen. Should Bitcoin really drop to that 22K level? Yeah, maybe below 22K. That is what I indicated in the Bitcoin video. That could push the altcoins down once more. It could only be a touch. It could only be a wick that wicks down on this 78.6% Fibonacci level at 157 US dollars. And because the question always comes, what would be in the next larger wave up? Let's say we get a wave 3 as next wave. What would be the minimum price target? But to be fair, be careful, because there is no guarantee the next wave will necessarily be wave 3. It could just be another wave 1. And also at the moment, obviously, we are here at critical levels. Generally in the crypto market, it is risky, but BNB I'm not concerned about at all. It has still massive space to the downside. That is actually a good thing because it has a lot of buffer before it gets to any critical level. So the 88.7% Fibonacci level is the critical level that is here at $86. That is massive space BNB still has. So yeah, I'm not concerned here about BNB at all, but the price target for a next larger wave up would be here at least $1,227. So the 1.618 Fibonacci extension, that depends a little bit where that wave 2 will end. If the wave 2 ends, let's say where it is at the moment, that would even take us to $1,350. That is obviously the minimum price target, so it could even go higher, maybe to the 200% or even the 2.618 Fib extension, $2,000. So roughly a 10x for BNB would not be a bad thing. But it's too early to talk about it because we are now still in a massive downtrend, and officially the downtrend isn't over yet. What is sort of medium term a very, very important level structurally? So this is this swing high here. This is at 450 or 460 US dollars. My view is, even if we see some short-term upside potential, really long-term upside only possible above $460. A very, very important resistance level, very significant swing high. There's a lot of work to do to get to that level, and from here then we could get to the all-time high, and when we break that, then we can be quite certain that we are on our way in a wave 3. And that is currently what I see here on the chart. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.